Live from New Hampshire. Um, got a big game here going, a little exhibition match between the Vermont Voltage and New Hampshire Phantoms. Good test for some of our players that don't normally get to play. Popping on the field for first time in a little bit. See some fresh legs, hard tackles like you just saw there. Dave Percy, number 23, starting at what's, I believe, who's starting at left back. Looks like he's playing right back now. Should be a good game here against New Hampshire Phantoms. It really doesn't matter as far as starting players, as far as non-starting players, who comes on the field here. We're going to have some good players all around the field, just players that haven't necessarily either been cleared to play or been injured, and it's a good test for them to see where their fitness level is and see what happens during the game here.
For Vermont, we have Michael Murphy starting in goal, and in the back, Brian in the middle with Percy and Jamie on the outside backs.
And a good ball laid off by Derek right there. Through ball back to Derek from Matt Stebbins. See if Bo can make some of this, and quick shot, left foot, easily picked up by the New Hampshire goalkeeper.
The midfield today is Mike Ferenza and Chris Zara in the midfield. In the center, Bo Vukovic and Larry Yaboa on the outside midfield. And up top is Derek McKenzie and
see, who do we have for bench tonight? On the bench for Vermont.
Nate is on the bench for us. We Mark Benson. And
myself on the bench. We got Tierno Diallo, looks like Jason Wagner.
And
Mirzan, I can never understand how to pronounce his last name.
No, it's a tough one. There's the Phantoms attacking down the left wing.
Down the left wing, if you notice, number 20 for the New Hampshire Phantoms, former Voltage player, Tommy Sipiorski. He'll be a big offensive threat we might want to keep an eye on.
Ball played out by Brian right there. Clear, good clearance.
Another one of the top forwards, Val Textera, with the first team. They definitely didn't throw in too many of their sub players or their bench players. They got pretty much their first team minus maybe I'd say three of their starting players. Look like a couple of backs that don't normally get to play as much for their team. However, they'll be just as good as most likely the first team players. Definitely keep an eye on Val Textera. Big offensive threat up top. Big guy, easily winning balls in the top of the box, being crossed in. Same thing for Tommy. I think actually Tommy Sipiorski is probably a little bit taller than he is. Big offensive threat in the air, and actually pretty quick on the turn. So we'll see what we can do as far as defensively to keep them out of the game. And excellent getting stuck in right away. Excellent from Derek. See if we can get a ball out wide to Bo. And just a little bit too far for him to reach. And right away, we want to make sure we establish possession, go up 50-50 for all those 50-50 balls, and make sure we get a presence early.
And we still have openings in the Vermont Voltage camps if you'd like to sign up. Here's Bo winning the ball in their third. Switched out to Percy into Larry, and Larry's coming down the wing now.
As you fans will notice from this New Hampshire field here is quite a big field, plenty of room to play. Probably the biggest surface you're going to see any of us play on.
Ball moves real quick across the surface, artificial turf.
Very nice. That's what we're talking about right there. We got to keep an eye on those guys. They're able to break free and get a half a step. They're lethal from top of the box as well as in the air.
That's the official caution provided for the Hampshire Phantoms.
Well done there by Mike to make sure that goes out of bounds. Quick shot there. Looks like it took him a little off guard. Looks like it smashed him in the face. Better get something on it than nothing, though.
We still
Well
have
done,
openings we still have openings in our camp. If you look at VermontVoltage.com, there's a camp near you that you can sign up for. Have your very own Vermont Voltage players training you and your children become the best soccer players they can be.
That's right. This year we even have, I believe, 3 overnight camps. Again, there's openings in all our camps. Feel free to check us out on the web or give us a call at the office. It's 802-527-2499. More welcome to give Bo a call himself, chat with the Big Cheese, and talk about what we offer as far as our camp programs. There is, I believe, going to be more of an elite camp this year. For those of you like elite high school players aged from about, I believe, 14 to 18, as well as the overnight camps, which are a big step up from the normal day camps that we offer. Tons of day camp locations this year, but the overnight camps are where it's at, where you get to actually stay with the Voltage and just get a real good idea of what they go through every day at their training schedule from preseason on up. Here we go, see if we can make something out of this in the corner. Nate doing well to fight the defender off and win the ball back. And you're going to see a lot of possession here on this big, giant field. Very, very, very good style of play that we like to play. We like to hold the ball. If it's not on, bring it back, play it around. Really just make the most of all our chances. If it's on, we're going to make sure it's on 100% before we go forward. And a quick little turnover there. Looks like it's a good ball put in by Tommy Sipiorski, and Mike comes out with an excellent save there. Knocked that ball out of bounds for corner. A little bit of miscommunication in the back there, and a little bit of mistouch by Brian Leonard. It's one of those things. I know there's a little bit of sun glare, as you can see, coming in right in that one side, so he's got to do the best he can. But those chances, he needs a little bit of communication from his backs or forwards, telling him there's a man on, so he can play that out of safety right away. A good chance here, so we talk about those guys in the air and make sure we can defend them well. Don't get a head on it. Well done, Mike. Let's snag that. Quick shot off the top of the box, but looks like number 18 from New Hampshire Phantoms, Jackson. There we go. Derek winning that ball up top here. See if we can hold him up. Excellent ball by Matt Stedman out to Larry here. See if he can put a cross in. I really wish he could have done better with that.
Ball's out for Vermont Voltage throwing. Throws it in quick to Zura.
Well done by New Hampshire. Break pressure to see if they can make something of it. Quick ball into the corner. Picked off by David Percy and played easily out to a new player of ours from Princeton University. Jamie, find him here. I can't make out his last name. Jamie Wunsch, I want to say. Wunsch? Jamie Wunsch. Been training with us for a couple of weeks now. Excellent player. He's got size. Good touch on the ball. Scored a goal in last name, actually, against Rhode Island Stingrays. Excellent goal, top of the box. Quick header. Well done, David Percy dispossessed. Tommy Sipiorski, top of the box. Played out quickly to Larry Yeboah. And that's the Brian Letter we know. If it's not on, just play it out to safety. See if we can pop it in the corner and win a quick ball. See if Matt Stedman can hold us up here. See if we can get a forward involved. It's a good ball in by Derek. And unlucky. See if we can put the pressure on and keep him here in the corner. See if we get Nate here to force him down the line. Excellent, Nate. And a good touch into the middle. And you notice the Vermont Vermont defense changed quite a few things, and now we're seeing quite a few better results. You notice a lot of our players, as soon as they cross the half, it's almost like man-to-man, folks. It's like basically our players are being taught now to just get right in the face of the defenders, not allowing them any space to turn, do anything with the ball. And as you see right there, Percy's just getting right stuck in on Tommy Sipiorski. Doesn't have much time to turn, even in the box. That's the kind of defense you're going to be seeing out of your Vermont team now. Not quite a whole different formation style, but as far as pressure on the ball, it's just a little bit more intensity. Should help us win some balls, reestablish possession quicker so that we can get right back into our game and not allow the other team to create any chances.
That ball cleared away by Brian Leonard, out for a throw-in for New Hampshire Phantoms.
Let's make sure we don't watch the cross here and make sure we pick up all our men like that guy on the far side of the box there from New Hampshire Phantoms. That ball squirts free. He's wide open for a free shot.
Ball played.
Out to Krizura.
Keep possession, playing the ball back. Back into Bo in the midfield. Keeps the ball through the defense.
Excellent, David Percy. Not running to force it forward. That's the one thing you see out of a lot of teams that are just a little bit inexperienced. They tend to want to, they have a little bit of time and space, and a lot of times defenses that you play against on a big surface like this are real relaxed, not really pressuring you right away. And the tendency is to want to push the ball forward, and a lot of times you wind up pushing it right into pressure, into a pressure pocket, and you just get it picked off. And it's really a pain in the butt when you do some of those things. As Bo get on here and talk sometimes. It really forces mistakes on your behalf, and by you being out of position, quick counters can occur. So it's a big crossover to Mike Ferenza. See if he can beat this guy one-on-one and grab a shot. Unlucky there.
It was beautiful build up there by the Voltage. They were able to keep it in the back, wait for the opening to occur, and then exploit the opening.
See if we can keep them here in the corner. It's going to be a good matchup here. Number 39 playing on the right-hand side. It's, Larry Yaboa. Both of them got some pace. A little bit of a shorter guy, but he's definitely pretty crafty with the ball. Playing against him before, he's pretty explosive on his first 3 steps, so make sure Larry keeps a good eye on him. And you see Bo Vukovic yelling at his players here, contain the players. It's more beneficial on a big surface like this to contain players, draw them in. Just hold them so we can get behind the ball and actually cut off passing angles as opposed to trying to win the ball right off the bat. If you try to win the ball against players like this on a big space, they got enough space they can just push it right around you with some pace. So, good ball out to Larry Yaboa. Back into Bo, see if we can switch the point of the attack with Krizura there. Excellent ball over to Nate.
Nate has some room on the outside. Let's see if he can take the space.
Runs in the box. Ball in from out, see if he can hold it and create something here. And ball out for corner.
Let's see if the Voltage can put some pressure on the defense of the Phantoms right here. A dangerous ball played in maybe on this corner. Vermont really has some size in their team between Jamie, Derek McKenzie, Larry Yaboa. Bo himself, he has some size. Can really be dangerous in the box on these corner kicks.
Especially the guys New Hampshire's got in here right now. They got quite a few shorter defenders in from what they normally have. They're going to have to be positioned well and try to ruin stuff best they can, get a body on one of our taller forwards, because it's going to be very difficult for them to defend players like Derek, who's a real powerhouse in the box. He scored a massive header, even against some of the taller players against Cape Cod, and brought us back into the game to tie them when we were at their place. And a quick save by Mike there, but left it lingering for one of the forwards to get it. And basically, Dave Percy did all that he could. You know, he didn't want to give up a goal. So
looks like it might have came off his arm and stopped a goal there. New Hampshire's given a penalty here. Let's see if Mike can come up big and make a stop.
At least maybe to give us a little bit of a chance, even on a penalty. Did the best he could to win that off. Would have thought Mike would have held that. And
goes the right way, but can't quite get it. A well-struck penalty in the corner.
Mike guessed right, just a little bit out of the corner, just out of his reach.
16 minutes into the game, and Voltage down 1 goal due to a penalty. Probably the right decision by the referee, but
yeah, that's okay. You know, right now we're doing well. We're establishing possession. We're not forcing the ball forward, and we are getting some chances on goal. We just got to do a little bit better with our crosses. The crosses we put in instead of the little dinky ones that are just kind of floating into the box. We got to whip in some harder crosses for our bigger guys up top. The runs are there. We're winning balls, and just need to get some shots in.
Pretty even game overall.
Now, I don't know if you noticed this, folks, but I didn't see a referee issue any kind of card for that handball in the box, which to me looked pretty blatant. And a quick obstruction call on number 24, Bo Vučković, which is right around his range.
He can be really deadly from this kind of range.
I'm almost 195% sure he's going to shoot this.
He can really he's a real threat from this kind of range.
But again, I believe that New Hampshire Phantoms, you know, since this is exhibition match, he must have figured, let 11 stay in a game so we get a good game out of this. Didn't want to issue automatic red card, which is a deliberate handball in the box, refusing a goal chance. At least I would have saw a yellow, but he didn't even issue that, so nice enough that he did that.
Keeper here looks to be positioned behind the wall, which could be a mistake, as I don't know if he's going to see this shot
center of the goal too.
From Bo. Ooh, puts it just wide.
Oh, and a well-struck ball by Bo Vučković. Looked like it messed the wall up a little bit. They had one runner, as we like to call the rabbit, likes to sprint out towards the ball, see if he can cause a little confliction in the shot being taken. But didn't seem like they could cause much damage. We almost put one in right just next to the post on the right side of the post.
New Hampshire looked to play short there, but Voltage were able to put them under pressure and win the ball back in the midfield.
And big shot from about 45 yards. Bo Vučković. Now, about 2 years ago, I'd say that would be, that would be really excellent chance, and he's got an excellent right foot. But I don't know. On this field, it's a big field.
Maybe just a little bit ambitious, but
yeah. Well done there, Jamie, to win the header. They're kind of hurting themselves here in New Hampshire, not by spreading the field, or by not spreading the field as wide as they can, as fast as they can when they get possession of the ball, kind of keeping everything towards the center of the field, which actually helps us defensively. Then they're not going to be able to create much chances and spread us out. And good ball here into the forwards, headed off out wide. See if they can make some of this, and poor cross by New Hampshire. Let's see if we can put this out of play, either one of our forwards. And unfortunately, Brian Leonard didn't see our forward. Like to see him just play that blindly if he could. He's got to know that there's a forward there. Excellent defense there by Percy, not giving Tommy an inch. A good ball into the box, and quickly grabbed by our goalkeeper.
Looked like the Phantoms player went down easy in the box looking for a call right there.
And again, this is going to be a very physical matchup. As you see, the two top forwards are getting marked right away.
Good.
There's not going to be given any room or any leeway, even though it's a friendly match. This is a big rivalry between the two teams, and it hasn't been very polite. It's always been physical matches, always been good games between the two sides in the past, and it's going to be a tough game. Well win there by David Percy.
Another foul on the Phantoms.
Foul Textera there looking in disbelief as he just stood there. Looks as if New Hampshire's really forcing the ball forward, trying to create something when it's not really on. Looks to be some of those outside backs and back players that, like I said, don't normally start the game. That maybe a little bit inexperienced, a little bit dodgy at the beginning of the half, but I'm sure they'll settle in before the half's over. Little mistouch there by Derek, out of play.
Chris Zera serves the ball in.
Excellent ball
across to Mike Ferenza. Oh, just over Mike.
Over to Nate. Kept in well by Nate. Let's see if we can create something here. Plays it back to Bo. And I got the call, so I'm going to go warm up. Leave you guys here to announce.
Ball goes out for Phantoms throwing. They look down the line. Brian Leonard safely plays the ball out of bounds.
Pepsi is the official soft drink provider for the Phantoms and Lady Phantoms. Pepsi gets the coma.
Phantoms look to keep the ball, playing it back, and then a long ball sent in. Won by Nate. Ball played forward to Bo, lays it off to Chris. Chris looks into space. Phantoms gain possession. Larry goes in for the challenge, and ball goes out for a corner kick for the Phantoms.
With all your cool Phantoms gear from the merchandise tips, game shirts, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and much more are available. Just like the Phantoms, pick up your gear today.
Another throw in for Phantoms, deep in the voltage end of the field. Ball cleared away by Jamie. Good clearance. Ball all the way back down. Pushing numbers forward now. And we have Mark Benson, who was just in here up in the booth with us, who's warming up now, probably going to be coming on towards the end of this half. Voltage picked the ball up in midfield. room in the midfield for the Phantoms. Jamie's able to win the ball. It looks like the referee has brought that back for a foul against the Voltage. He looked to play the advantage forward, but after there was no, he called it back. Just a reminder, we still have openings in all of our camps. If you look on the website, www.vermontvoltage.com, and there is a camp near you in your hometown. You can sign up, have your very own Vermont Voltage players teach you the game of soccer the way Vermont Voltage plays. Ball played out short to Nate. Nate has room up the wing. Steps on it, keeps possession through Bo in the midfield. Bo plays it out the other way to Purser. And switch back to Nate on the outside. Might have been a foul there. Phantoms win the ball, though. The referee doesn't call it. Voltage back in possession. Ball played down the wing into Larry. Looks like the referee has called the foul against Larry, and it will be a Voltage kick, Phantoms kick coming out. A little problem with the ball. It might be stopped, so they're bringing on another one here. This weekend, the ladies' Voltage is on a road trip to Rochester. So far, they're 2-2. Come out and watch them. Check their schedule online. I think they have a game upcoming this week, playing home. And your very own Vermont Voltage have a game this Friday against Cape Cod Crusaders at 7:30, a home game in St. Albans. Come support your team. So far, Crusaders and the Voltage have played twice this season and tied both games. Should be a very big game, very close game. Both games have been 1-1 ties. That's a double header coming up on June 23rd, this Friday. The Voltage playing at 7:30 and the Lady Voltage playing earlier at 5:30. Long ball put over the top. Chris Zer finding it on the end of it and cuts it back. Played out to Mike on the right. Mike plays it back to Nate, who keeps it. Plays it into Bo. Larry beats a player on the outside, serves a dangerous ball in, and headed out by the Phantoms. Voltage corner kick right here.
Adidas and Thule Soccer are the official apparel suppliers of the New Hampshire Phantoms and Lady Phantoms. Thule Soccer for all your sporting needs. Visit their stores in Manchester and Peterborough or their website at thulesoccer.com.
30-minute mark right here, and Voltage are down 1-0. Penalty kick. Phantoms scored. Looking to equalize on a corner kick right here. Ball played in. It goes through everyone. Matt gets it on the outside, plays it back to Purser. Purser pushes it off the ball, and Bo takes one from long distance. The keeper collects it. Counter attack by the Phantoms right here. Nate gets back in position and ball served in, out by the big man in the back, Jamie. Forenza gets possession, comes through the midfield, dribbling with space. Out to Matt on the wing. Gets the ball served in. Goal, equalizer. Derek McKenzie gets another big-time header. Equalize for the Voltage. He scored one a week ago against Cape Cod to tie it late in the game and gets the Voltage back in the game right here. 1-1. Great counterattack started by Forenza, played out to Matt. Matt served the ball in. Derek, and equalize.
Voltage goal scored by number 16, Derek McKee. Assist goal was number 9, Matt Stedman. 30th minute.
Phantoms here keeping the ball in the back. Not given much space by the Voltage. Nate steps up, pressures the ball, but is beaten down the wing. Ball served in, collected by Mike Murphy, the goalkeeper. Mike looking to slow the game down here, just tying it, and plays it out to Jamie, who has space on the wing. So far today, Voltage has really been able to keep the ball and play out of the back. Switching the ball from side to side, really making Phantoms work. Stedman out to Nate. Ball picked off, but Nate wins it back. Ball over the top. Mike Forenza running on. And it looks like a high kick called on Mike Forenza, a dangerous play. Long ball played up by the Phantoms, challenged by Purser, and Brian clears it. Derek challenges for the ball in the air. Maybe a foul there, but advantage played on as the Crusaders win possession. Another foul called against the Phantoms. Maybe the referee could have let the ball be played over the top there to Forenza. Looked like it could have been an advantage, but Voltage keep the ball again, playing it back to Brian, the sweeper. Larry has it on the wing. He can really take people on out there, as he does now, and plays a ball cross. And Matt can't find the end of it. Larry working back defensively, and Brian winning a ball. And another foul by the Phantoms. Referee needs to get a hold of this game before it gets out of control with the fouls. Matt turns in the middle of the field and plays into Nate. Nate has Mike Forenza on the far post. He serves it in. The goalkeeper collects. Poor distribution by the goalkeeper, and Bo collects at midfield. A long ball played over the top. Played out. A push from the back. A dangerous free kick coming up here for the Vermont Voltage and Bo Vukovic. Ball deflected off the wall, set up by the goalkeeper, and out for a Vermont Voltage corner kick.
Whether you are 4 or over 40, the fan zone has a soccer league for you. Don't take minutes off of exit 3 on Interstate 93. The fan zone also features flag football leagues, birthday parties, corporate outings, and much more. Register today for your sports and activities camp. Call 329-44.
Ball served in by Chris Zura. Goalkeeper drops the ball. And another call by the referee that saves the Phantoms. Put under pressure by the size in the box of the Vermont Voltage players. And the team they have this year is very tall, likes Derek McKenzie, Jamie, who playing in the back, who gets up on the corner kicks, and also Larry Yeboah can really be a menace in the box when they can serve balls into them. Ball served in by the Phantoms and flicked on, but out for a goal kick.
Get all your cool Phantoms gear from the merchandise tent. Game shirts, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and much more are available.
The Phantoms have not been very dangerous since that penalty kick called early in the game. Voltage dominated possession and were able to equalize through Derek McKenzie. A service flicked on. Nate out defending. Strong tackle by Nate, and the ball stays in and cleared out of bounds.
This thrown is brought to you by Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings.
Ball served in and rolls across the goal and out for a goal kick for the Voltage.
Phantom Gymnastics is opening at the fan zone in Hampshire, New Hampshire in June. Call 329-9315 for more information.
Play short to Jamie. Jamie looks up and has Nate on the wing. And forward to Forenza. Forenza, who gets fouled right here in front of us. Jamie sends a ball across to the middle. McKenzie challenges and Phantoms are able to clear. And 40 minutes of the game, tied 1-1. Vermont Voltage in the yellow, attacking left to right. The ball rolls out of bounds, so Voltage goal kick.
A reminder, George J. Locker Field is a smoke-free facility. All beverages and animals are not permitted within fenced areas. Thank you in advance for your cooperation.
Voltage would love to get a goal here late in the first half, but be more than happy to go into the second half tied 1-1 after going down early with a penalty kick and dominating most of the half. Here's Bo in the midfield, flicks it over someone's head, and Zura keeps possession, playing it back into Bo, who's able to turn in the midfield, looks forward and plays the ball into Nate. Ball goes out. Voltage throw-in on the side. Matt has space. Turns. Looks. Larry goes in, challenges, wins the ball. Looks to counter here. Larry has speed on the wing. Look to use that. Plays the ball, keeps it through Zura. Zura plays it back again to Nate on the outside. Nate has time on the ball and serves the ball in. Far post collected by the goalkeeper. Looks at quick outlet, maybe a counterattack here by the Phantoms. Voltage has numbers back and he's able to keep the ball, win the ball back. Voltage lose possession and Phantoms throw the ball in. Brian blocks the service and looks like a Phantoms goal corner kick coming here.
We have a link to you. Go to nhphantoms.com and click on Fan Zone for more information.
Very important for Voltage not to give up a goal here. We got sides in the box and should be able to win these balls, clear them out. Don't want to give up that late goal for going into halftime. Ball bounces around and cleared by Zura. Nate challenges and Phantoms gain possession. Phantoms play a long ball over the top. Cleared up by Purser and Bo collects. Has time in the midfield. Plays it wide for Enza. Mike carries the ball through the midfield and plays a diagonal ball across to Larry. And the goalkeeper plays it up the field. Phantoms keeping the ball, but Voltage are back and organizing the defense and forced a mistake by the Phantoms. Just a few minutes left in the half. Game tied 1-1. New Hampshire plays the ball forward. Well defended by Jamie. Wins possession. Into Chris Zura. Played back to Larry, who sends the ball forward down the line. Voltage under a little pressure the last few minutes. But no real chances occurring. And they look to counterattack Matt Stedman on the break and played back to the goalkeeper and cleared out. Looks like a foul called on the Phantoms. Hopefully moving into stoppage time. Maybe one more opportunity left for Vermont Voltage here before the end of the half. Jamie looking to get himself into the box here. Real threat, was able to score last game against Rhode Island on a road trip down there. And, ball served in and out of bounds by the Phantoms.
Adidas reminds you that the name on the back of the jersey is nothing without the name on the front. 11 players, 1 team. Adidas plus 10.
Not much time left in this half. Score is tied right now, 1-1. That brings a conclusion to the first half. Please stick around and watch the Vermont Voltage. It's 1-1 at the half. Here we are for Vermont Voltage playing New Hampshire Phantoms. Voltage kicking right to left in the yellow jerseys this half. And for this half, Nate is joining me up here in the booth.
Hey guys.
Ball played back into Bo to start off the first half, and Bo looks forward into Derek. Derek takes it down, and out to Matt Benson, who's new.
Mark Benson subbed in for Larry this half, and Sully moved in for the right for Nathan Demers.
And a goalkeeper change. Nate is going in goal in place of Mike Murphy. Ball out for a New Hampshire Phantoms goal kick. 1-1 this half. Starting the half at 1-1. Derek McKenzie scored the tying goal, and
Assisted by Matt Stetson.
Voltage gave up an early penalty for a handball in the box. Purser fouled in the back. Purser new in the Voltage lineup after coming off a few injuries. First start of the season right here for David Purser. Looks to have taken a knock right there. Hopefully nothing too serious. And a reminder, we still have openings in all of our camps. If you visit us at www.vermontvoltage.com, you can find a camp near you and sign up for soccer camps and learn from your very own Vermont Voltage players.
Ball played into Derek's feet, flicked onto Matt Stetson. Fakes the shot, cuts back. Plays to Mark Benson, who crosses it out of play.
A little too much on that one.
Oh, did I say Stetson? Okay. Oh, over the back.
Jamie challenges hard for that one, and Voltage win the ball into McKenzie. Plays it back, keeps it through the midfield. Another new player on for the half. It looks like it's Mirza.
Not even going to try the last name, to be honest.
A good header by the
Offsides
Phantom
called.
forward, yeah, but it looks like he's offsides. Good save by Nate on that one too, but will be called back for offsides.
Nate Lovitz. No, I was just telling you to say Nate Lovitz. Plenty of time. Bo's moving the ball up through the midfield, looking at his options. Plays to Matt out wide. Matt's one-on-one in the corner. Lays it off to Mark Benson. Plays to Bo. Looks long in the corner to Zura. Chris Zura. Ball's knocked out of bounds for a voltage throw. The cheerleaders are clearly lifting the crowd tonight.
Not a very large crowd for the Phantoms, but we got a few people out here just supporting the team. And talking about crowds, next Friday, 23rd, there's
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Cape Cod Wednesday at home. Go ahead, go for it.
we have the
Doubleheader.
with the Lady Voltage playing first at
5:30.
5:30, and then the Voltage playing the second game against Cape Cod Crusaders at 7:30. Vermont Voltage are playing.
The Voltage have tied the Crusaders twice this season.
Should be a very close game. Both the ties have been 1-1 games, hard fought. With first game a very late goal in stoppage time tying the game for the Voltage. Also the second game that had a late winner, thanks to the substitute Derek McKenzie, who came on and was able to get a head on the ball, put it in the back of the net.
In his hometown.
Yeah, that was Derek playing against his hometown team, player from Cape Cod, and was able to put one in the back of the net against the Crusaders.
You gotta slow your stuff on there. Yeah, I'm just kidding. What's the date? 23rd. Mark Benson stepping up to take the free kick. Plays to Bo in the middle. Looks for Zera. Zera loses the ball. Out for voltage thrown.
Person sliding in on that challenge, missing the player and the ball, but forcing an error, and Voltage win a throw-in.
Derek possesses the ball well for the Voltage. Big, strong player up front, who has been playing in Brazil for the past year.
Mirchip picks off the pass there and plays it into Zura, who comes down the right wing.
Plenty of time looking at his option. Plays the ball into Bo, 1-2. Zura touches the ball to Brian Leonard. Looks out wide. Rather inside to Matt Stetson.
Looks like a foul there. The referee might have missed, and Stetson stays down. Phantoms fair play. Put the ball out of bounds so Matt can receive some treatment here.
He looks like he's hurt, man.
This doesn't look good for the Voltage. Matt, one of their starting forwards.
The trainers are being called on to attend him.
A correction on the game against the Crusaders. It is Wednesday, June 23rd. The Voltage take on the Crusaders in their next home game. We have a spell of home games coming up, and you can check that all out at VermontVoltage.com, where you can see our schedule. Playing St. Albans at 7:30.
Matt Stedman looked like he's in a lot of pain. He's going to need some assistance going off the field. Teammates are coming out to join him. Phantoms have already lost one this season to injury, James Macca, their sweeper, who tore some ligaments in his right ankle in Ottawa.
There he is, getting up and being helped off the field right now. Hopefully it doesn't end up being anything too serious, maybe just a bruise, but you never know with types of things like this.
Outside is finally cooling off as the sun sets. It's a beautiful night in New Hampshire. Not a cloud in the sky. James Wagner stepping on the field for Matt Stetson.
Number 14, Jason Wagner, replaces Matt Stetson.
It looks like the referee wasn't quite ready for the ball to be put back into play, so bring it back for another Crusader Voltage throw-in. Voltage kindly playing a ball back to the Phantoms, who had played the ball out for the injured Matt Stetson. Good defensive play by Sully and Jamie on the wing there.
Derek closing down the Phantoms, forcing him outside. Ball's plays out wide as Mark Benson steps up to defend. He forces him down the line, double teamed as Chris Zura comes in with a great defensive play, winning the throw-in. Chris Zura throws the ball down the line. It's flicked on. Jason Wagner gets a touch. Phantoms possessing the ball well this half, knocking it around the back.
Ball
Good
served
cross
into
in.
the box, finds its way across, and Nate Lovitz collects in the box. Goalkeeper for Vermont Voltage.
Nate throws the ball out wide to Mierza, has plenty of space and starts carrying the ball down the line. Still plenty of time looking around. Sully does a overlap. Chris Zura with time in the middle of the field. Touches the ball over to Mark Benson. Settles the ball. Drops it back to Dave Percy. Plays the ball away.
Phantoms win the ball and look to counter attack right here. Brian closing him down, forces a pass out wide. And Purser shuts him down and looks to
Good
knock the
defensive
ball
play
out.
by Dave. Here, use two.
11 players, one team. Peter, plus 10.
Nate pushes the ball out wide, and Benson clears. Long ball down the line. Long ball played in. Jamie up the challenge and wins the ball. Sully plays the ball out. Phantoms throwing. Service played in. Forward not able to do much with that, and ball goes out of bounds. And goal kick for Vermont Voltage. Played out short to Jamie, who has time. Finds
news.
Brian and sweeper.
Good news for the Voltage. I just checked in on Matt Stedman, who just apparently rolled or a slight sprain on his ankle. He should be fine. Great turn by Zura in the middle. Plays the ball out to Sully wide. Hopefully he can get down in for a cross. Jason Wagner takes an ambitious shot. Collected by the keeper, punted up, high ball. Mark Benson goes up for the challenge. Touches the ball to Jason Wagner. Plenty of time. Voltage trying to possess the ball.
Zura appears to have slipped on that ball and it got away from him, losing possession, but Bo wins it back for the Voltage.
Slowly looking at his options, plays the ball back to Jamie from Princeton. He is formerly a player of Seacoast United, lives in Londonderry, New Hampshire, is going to be a senior at Princeton University.
Going to be wearing the captain's armband there too next season as well.
Very impressive. Great kid.
Great leader on the field. Great for winning balls in the back as well as being a threat going forward on corner kicks. As you know, he was able to get that goal, put the Voltage back in the game last week against Rhode Island.
Great finish. Jason Wagner, the new sub, is having a good impact for the Voltage. Working hard, winning balls through the midfield.
Able to sneak a ball through, and
great step by Nate Lovitz, coming up with a big save, preventing a goal there. Who looks out wide to Jamie. Derek checking back from forward, laying the ball back to Jamie. Voltage wins the throw. Ball's played out wide for the Phantoms.
Benson shuts him down on the wing.
Ball played in, collected by Nate Lovitz. Nate Lovitz rolls the ball to Vukovic. How do you say that? Vukovic?
Good ball played over the top by Bo into Sully.
Sully's one-on-one on the sideline. Wins the throw.
Like a little tug on the jersey there by the Phantoms
kick
player.
by mistake.
Dirty play. And Voltage win a free kick. Play short to Mirza.
Mirza lays the ball into Jason Wagner and attempts to flick the ball to Derek, and is a little too hard.
A little cheeky with that flick. Jason Wagner was right there.
Great defensive play there by the Voltage. Bo possessing the ball, playing it out wide to Mark Benson. Benson looks at his options, possesses, passes it over to Leonard. Leonard is Canadian. He plays for Niagara College and is going to be a senior captain along with Matt Stedman. Simple miscommunication by the Voltage. Lose the ball at midfield. Good leave by Brian Leonard. Nate Lovitz passes the ball back up. Plenty of time on the ball. Takes it forward. Plays the ball to Zura. Drops it back to Leonard. Sully with a nice flick on to Derek. Derek. Really?
Looks like a substitution right here for the Phantoms. Taking off Nick Torrentino and bringing on number 7, Tony D'Angelo. Long ball sent in by the Voltage. There's a substitute for the Phantoms, playing the ball in.
Ball played down the line. A very dangerous ball in the box. Sent across. And a goal for the New Hampshire Phantoms.
There's an example of the substitution making an impact right when he came in the midfield, playing ball to the outside for the Phantoms. And it looked like there's confusion on the far post with the marking a man, and player was able to get in free and put the ball in the back of the net. That's 2-1. The Phantoms go up. Voltage were able to tie the game in the first half, and let's see if they can come back and do it again.
Goal was scored in the 65th minute. Plenty of time for the Voltage to come back. Bo moves the ball forward through the midfield.
Quite a few games this season that Voltage have been able to come down in game and come back and get themselves back into the game.
Dave Percy having a great first game back after a long time being injured with an ankle and a knee injury earlier this season.
Another attack for the Phantoms down the right wing, and Jason snuffs it out. Plays the ball down the wing, but no one there, and the ball rolls out for Phantoms throwing.
Phantoms knocking the ball around well. Ball cleared by Mierza.
This building is brought to you by Coliseum Wrestling in Salem, New Hampshire. The Coliseum.
Good save there by Nate Lovitz. Parries the ball wide and goes out for a throw-in for the Phantoms.
Very composed on the ball. Gets his head up, looks for a cross. Sends the ball in. Collected by Nate Lovitz. Nate Lovitz is going to be a junior at Bowdoin College. He's been the starting goalie there for the past 2 years. Chris Zerr working hard up top, getting open, trying to find the free man. Derek McKenzie is fouled, wins the ball around half. Bo Vukovic on the ball now. Passes the ball over to Sully. I'm not even going to try his last name.
It looks like another tug on the jersey by the Phantoms player, and he'll get a caution right here, a yellow card. There's a few times they've pulled a few jerseys, and it's just not acceptable in the game today. Really, referees really trying to buckle down on that.
Bo Vukovic's very strong on the ball through the midfield. Really frustrates player, causing him to grab some jerseys and chip at his ankles. Well, the player coach for the Vermont Voltage plays the ball long to Chris Zerr, who attempts to flick it on.
Bo wins the ball back in the midfield, looks to go forward with it, plays it ball in, and it gets picked off.
Long ball played in for the Phantoms, could be a dangerous ball.
Brian out to shut him down and slides in.
Great
and wins
win
the ball.
by Brian Leonard,
And
out for a corner kick. Questionable call on the sideline, could have been a goal kick.
tough call, but I think the referee missed it on that one.
Log on to nhphantoms.com.
Once again, there's still plenty of openings in the Vermont Voltage soccer camps. You can find all the camps online at www.vermontvoltage.com.
Really a great camp for kids any age, from starting as young as 8 to up and through the high school level.
Great save by Nate Lovitz. Camps are a great opportunity to have fun and learn from players playing at the highest level. I myself will be there, and many of the players on the field that you see now.
It's very fun and competitive camp for kids to come to throughout the summer. You can check us out at vermontvoltage.com and find out where the closest location is to you where we're holding camps this summer. They will be held all over the state of Vermont.
Ball played short to Dave Purser. Carries the ball, takes his time. Plays a dangerous ball through the middle. Good
Jamie's
win by
able to win
Jamie.
it back, and Nate
Played
plays
up.
it out to Sully. Wagner with a nice turn and a ball played into Zura.
Looks like a good possible counterattack for the Vermont Voltage. Chris
Zura.
Zura playing the ball to Jason Wagner. Looks for Bovuk. Oh, good touch by the Phantoms defense. Cleared out for a Vermont Voltage throw.
Probably sound like 12-year-old boys.
Derek McKenzie having a great game up top. He's very creative forward. Chris Zura looks for Bo. Corner. A little overplayed, goes out for a Phantoms throw. Now entering the 71st minute of play, with the score still 2-1 in the New Hampshire Phantoms' favor.
A very even played second half so far. Ball has been going both ways. Phantoms were able to find the back of the net, and another attempt right here sails over.
Whether you are for or over 40, the fan zone has a soccer league to you. Located here in Southern Hampshire, 200 State Tennessee, the fan zone also features flag football, birthday parties, club outings, and much more. Right at the state for our sports and activities team. Call 629-4422.
Goal kick for Nate Lovitz.
.com.
Kicks the ball to about midfield. Won by the New Hampshire Phantoms, but the second ball won by Jamie.
McKenzie holds the ball up, waiting for numbers to get forward, plays it into Sully. Sully into Mirza.
Like 3 plays behind the ball. Sully with the attempt to flick back to Bo. Sully with the foul around midfield, stops the play. Substitution will be made.
Another substitution by the New Hampshire Phantoms, looking to maybe play a little more defensive with the lead they have.
Two's coming up. Ben Utter.
Two's going on.
Who came up? 18.
Number 18. That was the other Torrentinas, Nick Torrentinas, coming out for the New Hampshire Phantoms, 2 brothers. And the player coming on for the Phantoms is not listed on the roster, so.
He is number 2. Ball cleared out by Lovitz. Good kick over half. Won by Derek McKenzie. Very strong in the air. Bovuk plays to Chris Zura, who gets tangled up. Sully collects the ball. Not the best touch. Lost to the New Hampshire Phantoms, who possess. Play a long ball up. Derek Purser, strong defense, but commits a foul.
Good turn by the Phantoms forward, and comes through the ball, and Wagner clears the ball out.
Strong fight by Derek McKenzie, winning another foul. Ball played into Bo's feet. Turns, plays the ball to Mark Benson. Plays the ball through to Derek McKenzie. Looks like he got pushed, making a run. The referee says fair play.
Goalkeeper here trying to kill time. Really look like they're trying to sit on this lead right now with some of the substitutions they made and just killing the clock like that.
Ball played out wide. Played forward, defended by Mark Benson. Won by Jason Wagner.
Vermont Voltage is not a team that you can really sit on any kind of lead with. Many of their games have been comebacks. They score late goals.
Nice cutback by Sully. Great defensive play by the New Hampshire Phantoms. Sully with the throw-in. Foul committed by Dave Purser. It looks like he's going to get a booking.
A yellow card has been issued.
Dave Purser receiving a yellow card for, I believe, pushing her elbow in the back of a player. Dave Purser's a player from England. He plays down in Virginia.
Virginia Intermont, he's been there 2 years. Looking to return. They have a strong team. Him and James Mack, another player for the Voltage, who's been injured recently in the course of the season. Hopefully James will make it back for the last few games of the season, suffering some ligament damage to his ankle. Ball knocked long up to McKenzie. Flicks it on to Bo. Voltage win possession of the ball, and Sully looks forward into Bo's feet. Ooh, lays it off, but doesn't quite connect.
Clearance by Nate Lovitz, who's played back in by the Phantoms. Sully defending. Double team, Chris Rivera wins the ball. Dribbling upfield, approaching midfield, plays into Derek McKenzie's feet. The clever flick to Sully.
Zura going for the nutmeg there and gets fouled. Oh, the referee has it going the other way. I don't know what the referee was looking at there. It looked to me like Chris Zura got fouled.
As you can see, although it's a friendly match, tempers are still flaring on the field.
Wagner out to defend. The ball served in, out by Brian Leonard. Ball one, played into Bo. Bo lays it off and finds its way out of bounds.
Phantoms possessing the ball well. Moving it upfield, very composed. Plays the ball out wide. Quickly closed down by Jason Wagner. Forces the ball to be played out of bounds.
This throw-in is brought to you by Red Bull.
Mark Benson on the throw-in.
It was great defending by Wagner, not diving in there, just keeping his feet and letting the attacking player make the error.
Mark Benson looks upfield. Pass is picked off by the New Hampshire Phantoms. Smart play by Jason Wagner, playing it off. New Hampshire Phantoms for a Vermont Voltage throw. Flicked on by Derek McKenzie.
Risky play in the back by the Voltage. And a bad time challenge by Jamie. Dangerous free kick coming up here for the Phantoms.
Absolutely.
Could have been a little simulation there by the Phantoms forward, making it look a lot worse than it is. Referees have been known to give cards now for the dive by the forward looking for the call, especially the calls around the box.
We're now entering the 80th minute of the game with 10 minutes to play. Hopefully the Voltage can prevent a goal here and get one back or two to win the game. Last 10 minutes of play.
The referee backing up the wall 10 yards.
15. Fabulous strike by the New Hampshire Phantoms for a goal. Puts it over a wall and into the near post.
Very unlucky goal for the Voltage to concede after a questionable call by the referee on the edge of the box.
Scored by number 18, Nick Carreras. In the 80th minute.
Purser blocks the pass, and Benson plays it forward to Chris. Maybe a counterattack here for the Voltage.
Chris are working hard, forcing a ball pass back. Derek McKenzie goes in, cleared by the keeper. Free header for Brian Leonard, who chooses to chest the ball.
Ball cleared out by Zera to kill the attack for the Phantoms.
Pepsi is the official soft drink of the Hampshire Phantoms and Lady Phantoms. Pepsi. Coca-Cola.
Phantoms passing the ball across the back, looking at his options. Passes the ball back out wide to Utter. Ball played long and a foul committed by Dave Purser on the Voltage. Who has to be careful, who already has a yellow card.
Another reminder, we still have openings in all of our camps held around the state of Vermont, coached by your very own Vermont Voltage players and coaches. All age levels are welcome, from as young as 8 up to the high school level. And please visit www.vermontvoltage.com. Check out the nearest location to you.
In addition, there's still plenty of home games, this Voltage schedule can be found on www.vermontvoltage.com. Plenty of home games to come out and catch all the action. Ball played out wide by Nate Lovitz to Mark Benson. Looks up fields, plays to Jason Wagner.
We also offer overnight camps held at local universities where you can get extended time with the Vermont Voltage players.
Those give a great time, not only to improve your skills, but to spend some quality time with some high-level players and have a good time. Ball played into Bo's feet. It's back to the opponent's goal, cleared out by Brian Leonard. Great hustle by Derek McKenzie, winning the ball down the line. So he plays the ball up to Mierza.
Correction on that last goal was scored by number 19, Tyler Jackson. Jackson.
Phantoms bring the ball up through the middle of the field. Played out wide. Mark Benson defending.
Purser coming across.
Dave
And
Purser with a nice poke out of bounds. Good defensive play.
Big man takes another dive down for the Phantoms. It looks there. Very little contact. Another dangerous free kick for the Phantoms. Right outside the box.
Voltage setting a 4-man wall to prevent a very dangerous free kick here. Nate Love is setting the wall. They bring another man in, make it a 5-man wall. Free kick taken and put in over the wall for another New Hampshire Phantoms goal.
Number 25, Barrel Teixeira. His third of the evening. Teixeira. The 85th minute.
Goal scored in the 85th minute.
So against cheating. Sometimes you have to cheat, especially when it's at such an angle like that.
New Hampshire Phantoms looking to slow the game down now that they have a 4-1 lead, with little less than 4 minutes to go in the game. Ball cleared out by the New Hampshire Phantoms. High pressure. Good step by Brian Leonard to win the ball. Plays to Jason Wagner.
Right.
Looks across to Bo.
Dangerous ball. And Bo comes across, but can't quite find the end of it. Zara wins the ball for the Voltage. It gets pushed off it.
Phantoms moving the ball quickly upfield. Playing the wall wide. Ball crossed in, cleared by Dave Purser, who goes down.
Purser staying down here, and hopefully the Phantoms play the ball out. But
And a Phantoms player going down.
it looks like maybe a cramp right there on the calf of the Phantoms player.
We have 2 men on the down on the field now, 1 Phantoms and 1 for the Vermont Voltage. Unfortunately, Dave Purser working his way back from injury. The trainer's coming on to attend to him. But luckily, he's standing up.
In the heat of the summer, you really need to make sure you stay hydrated to avoid cramping up. Cramps usually come from lack of hydration, and that's what it looks like happened to the Phantoms player over there. David Purser is up and limping a little, but looks to be healthy enough to carry on.
Now entering the 90th minute of play. There should be a few minutes of stoppage time due to the few cards and injuries this half. New Hampshire Phantoms player still down. Looks like a pretty severe calf cramp.
Player carted off the field right there.
You just say carded.
New Hampshire Phantoms throwing the ball back to the Vermont Voltage. Will now be entering stoppage time. New Hampshire Phantoms possessing the ball well, knocking around the back. Derek McKenzie still working hard up front. Cruiser closing down the attack. Mierza with a good win on the outside. Earns a throw in for the Voltage. We're now officially in stoppage time. Bo Vukovic spins the ball around the middle. Beats a man. Gets questionably fouled.
We'd like to invite you to join us for our next home game in St. Albans.
June 23rd. It's a doubleheader with the women's team. And we are playing the Cape Cod Crusaders at 7:30. The women's game starting at 5:30.
Should be a good game. Both games so far against the Crusaders have been 1-1 ties. Very close played games. Ball played long and collected by the defense of New Hampshire Phantoms.
Derek McKenzie still working very hard, even in stoppage time in the 90th minute. And that's the game, folks. Thanks a lot for joining us. And remember, there's still plenty of room in all our camps, which can be found at www.vermontvoltage.com. Final score 4-1 in the New Hampshire Phantoms' favor, off 2 free kicks and 1 penalty shot.